Hi Leo, welcome back to POSH. I'm going to be doing a reading for you. This is your lost loved one spread, and October 31st, November 1st, November 2nd. These are the days, this is the time period where we are really connecting with our ancestors, paying homage to them, and just respecting those that have departed and crossed over. So I hope this video finds you well. If anything's not going well, I hope things turn in your favor very, very soon. Everything you need to know is in my description box below. All of the Lost Loved Ones spreads will be in the November playlist, except for Aries and Taurus. They're under October's playlist. So let's get to it. And I separated the court cards, so I'm going to pull who is reaching out from the 16 court cards within the deck, and the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake is the deck that I'm using. Okay. So thank you so much to all my subscribers and likes and the comments that people do and leave for me, and I try to respond to every single one, and I really do appreciate you supporting the channel. I hope that you do find the content is significant for you. Any likes or subscribes, of course, help me do this, do more videos to get the message out to the people that need to hear it. And I love doing this for you, so hopefully I can continue to do it. Thank you for your support. It's very, very much appreciated, okay? And it never goes unnoticed. So thank you. So let's get to it. The spread is going to be the Lost Loved One spread, well, or the Loved One spread, because our loved ones are never really lost. I just try to differentiate between who's with us on this physical plane still and who has crossed over, okay? So that's why I call it that. So card one's who's reaching out, which I'll pull from the 16 court cards here, okay? And then why are they reaching out is card two. What messages or advice do they have for you? Card four is, will you implement their advice? Card five, how will you implement their advice? Now, going forward, I may come up with a different version, or I may change this spread up a little bit. We'll see what happens. But so far, this I've had a lot of good feedback for this, so I'm going to continue to do it. Who's reaching out for you, Leo? Now, Leo, we are in the waning crescent in Virgo, so I just want to put that out there. Virgo, if you have any Virgo in your natal chart, this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and any other aspects of Leo that are in your natal chart, And also if your North Node, your present life direction is in Leo. But it is waning crescent in Virgo today as I'm filming this, November 1st, 2021. So for Virgo, you, as a Virgo, or as Virgo being the sign that the waning crescent is in, the sign is mutable. It's an earth sign. Virgo is famed for intelligence, analytical mind, attention to detail, and tendency to be a perfectionist. I can relate. I have Virgo rising. I'm a Sag, but I have Virgo rising. So waning crescent is surrender, let the universe take over, rest and recover, set new intentions, prepare, and say that prepare for future endeavors, future intentions, whatever it is. Don't get stuck in the future. Just try to set your intention towards the future and what you want to manifest. And also align yourself with a Zen mode to be calm during this waning crescent, okay? The new moon is coming upon us, and that will be a blank slate to create and write in the heavens whatever it is you want to bring to fruition within the coming phases until the full moon. I can't talk in this video. I don't know. I got tongue-tied. I guess I did some videos and now maybe I need some water. I don't know. So anyway, let's see who's coming through for you. Sorry. Okay. Leo, 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 fire sign. Strength is your card. You're a fixed sign, and that means you're stable and determined. We have Knight of Swords coming through. So you have masculine energy here, and Knight of Swords is like rushing into battle, seeking truth, definitely Wand energy underlying, because Knight as a court card has Wand energy underlying, which is very fiery, motivated energy, passionate, and this wand is using this knight is using that fire energy of underlying wand energy to cut through the BS, seek the truth. You know, sometimes Knight of Swords could be like rushing into battle. You see, he really does signify that wand energy because underlying he has a broom and he's using that broom, which is really like a wand, it's wooden, to fire him through and push him through to find that logic and that clarity. But knights, they don't always think before they act. So sometimes that energy could get us into trouble. And sometimes the person that comes through, they mean well, but they might have had a characteristic that really, you know, was with this energy. That's what's coming through. I feel whoever this was, this person had some issues. This person might have been very independent and maybe smarter than the people around him. And I feel like he was always like on guard with the gossip, always on guard to cut through the BS, always on guard to just really get to the truth of things. This person was logical and they used that fired up, motivated energy to be like, I don't have time for this. Let's just get to the truth of the matter. Let's, you know, get through to the logic of the matter and let's just cut through the bullshit. And I feel that that's who this was. This person could have been a little bit younger. They could have been anywhere from, I would say, 20, 25 to 40s. Because age doesn't always signify our character, you know? Our character is not always, it's not stagnant. We could have a character overall, but certain things could be like a trigger for us and, you know, have us step into that like little bit of a younger mode or a different part of our character, right? But I feel this person was definitely, I feel this could have been an older brother that defended you. Now, whether you're masculine, feminine, and this is masculine energy, but take it as it applies because we all have masculine, feminine energy. So it could even be, you know, an older sister that was a tough cookie. But whoever this is, I feel like they stood up for themselves and they stood up for you, and you learned how to stand up for yourself because of them. So this person is coming through, and let's see why they're coming through. Why are they reaching out? I wonder if it is to tell you to stand up for yourself. So let's see, Leo. The Hermit. I just got the Hermit as the reason they were coming through for, I think, Gemini. They're coming through They're either coming through to pull you out of your funk because you're isolating and you're in hermit mode, or they could be coming through to assist you while you're in that solace and while you're in that soul-searching mode. So let's see what messages they have. The messages they have, yeah. Okay, they're coming through because you are isolating yourself and they're concerned because you've had some heartbreak and loss, I feel, that's made you Now this is Four of Swords, but for some reason, three of these swords are standing out more than the other. It's like you're Sleeping Beauty here with this Four of Swords. You're not moving. Your broom is, hanging up there. The moon phase in this is waxing crescent in this picture. So with the waxing crescent, You're supposed to be setting intentions, and it's time for growth with the waxing crescent. But you are taking a snooze. And there's cobwebs. It almost looks like the broom is like impaling you. Or you've got it wrapped in your arm. Even the kitty cat's sleeping. I feel like some things, they're coming to you because you're self-isolating. I don't know if this is a health issue that you're going through, but they're definitely coming through this Knight of Swords to pull you out of your funk. You're resting and you're recuperating. The messages they have for you is either get up and go, or telling you that you do need to take a rest. You might need to take a rest from thinking too much about, thinking too much, contemplating too much about your future. That's what I'm getting. Maybe you need to fly by the seat of your pants a little bit, Leo, instead of self-isolating. But I do feel this could be a health issue. Will you implement their advice? You have a lot of choices, and with this card, always I notice the hand is on the heart, but that doesn't mean that's what you're choosing. You're still looking at everything else. Your hand is on the heart, but you're actually looking at the book there in the cup. I feel that's saying you have choices. You'll implement their advice, but you still need to educate yourself more about it. You are on a soul's journey here. And it could be because right now we are in that waning crescent moon in Virgo. The Hermit is Virgo's card. So them reaching out, as I'm filming this now, when it's Virgo, could be significant as well, Leo. You could have Virgo in your chart. They could be Virgo, or you could be dealing in a relationship with a Virgo. How will you implement their advice? You're still choosing whether or not you will implement their advice because you're overwhelmed and you're a little disillusioned by all the choices in front of you. And that is coming from this. You're really supposed to, in this mode, release it to the universe. But the message and advice that they have for you is saying, take a rest and recuperate. Rest and recuperate from what? Rest and recuperate from sitting there and not taking the controls. So I feel like this person's coming through to tell you, you need to take hold of your life and make a choice and a decision somewhere. You can't just be a bystander. And you'll implement their advice by not knowing which way to go, but at least getting on on that bike with your little co-pilot here and making a move. Now, the Chariot is Cancer's card. So this is Cancerian energy, this way, that way. You just know that you're feeling this person coming through. Maybe you have some signs or something with this Knight of Swords, and they just really want you to just move. Out of all the Knights, the Knight of Swords shows the most movement, gung-ho, uses that fire energy to propel themselves. And I feel you are on a journey to seek the truth, but I feel that you're getting overwhelmed. It's like you started it out in a great way. You're in that hermit mode. You're in that, Virgo, what we're in, the waning crescent now. But you can't just completely surrender to the universe, especially as a Leo. It's not really your energy, right? you do realize you have a lot of choices to make, but you are getting overwhelmed. So the best thing to do sometimes is to just get out. Get out of that frame of mind, get out and go. Maybe you don't need to know which way you're going right now. Maybe that decision will come. But the most important thing is, if you are self-isolating and like locking yourself like away, you need to listen to their advice and take a rest from that. If this is a health issue, maybe you need to take charge of it. Look at your choices and your options with it and move forward with it. See what's working, see what's not working, but don't just sit there stagnant. That's the messages I'm getting. What else do we have? What else do we have for Leo? Nine of Wands. You're the wounded warrior here. For a good portion of you, I'm feeling strongly this is a health issue. There's a health issue that's beating you up. You're a little bit weary, and you're self-isolating yourself. You need to rest and recuperate, but at the same time, how you'll implement their advice is realizing that you do have choices. And maybe if you're not going to make a choice, at least get out, get some fresh air. And if this is a situation in life where you have felt isolated, you could be in a crowd and feel isolated. You could be, as a Leo, could be the life of the party, but sometimes you could be in a crowd. You could be at work all day and feel alone. It's normal. Nine of Wands also is being backed into a corner. But the good news is when I look at this, you've taken that mask off, you've taken the disguise off, you're sitting there, wounded warrior, but you still have your wand up. You've defeated your enemies there, as far as I could see, or anyone who is just making your life difficult. But you're still having insomnia, sleepless nights, suffering in silence. When I see this with the bed, it also again reminds me of illness. I do see Six of Wands, so I do feel that there's recognition and reward. I do feel also that you have a lot of people behind you supporting you. And maybe they're not in your clear vision like these people next to you are. They're in the background, but they're still there. Maybe you have to turn around and look at those people and reach out to those people who will support you. Yeah, that could be an extended family. We have 10 of Cups here. And that shows me that reaching out to people is helping you. And I feel like that's the main message of what's coming through here with this Knight of Swords. It's saying no matter what it is that's going on, whether it's life situation, health situation, get out of your funk and change it up a little bit. Do what you need to do to change it up a little bit. You wounded warrior, Nine of Wands, and if you look at that window, there's, sun right there. So it's another thing saying, change that atmosphere up. Change it up. You have people, if you look, they may not be right visible. Now I have the Devil coming out. So to me, this tells me this could be something that is like, there's illness, and I usually don't go that route. I don't usually go that route when I read. But there are many things that could make us ill, right? There are bad relationships, there's codependency, there's addictions, overindulging in many things that aren't good for us. There could also be mental, things that not taking care of our mental health could also make us feel unhealthy and trapped in this double energy. And with this flanking the Four of Wands with that rest and recovery, I feel that there, and the Hermit, I feel that there could be, for some of you, just hiding away and some depression and just not getting out of the house, not having a support system. And this person, whether, you know, I said earlier, older brother, someone who's like an older brother who was very like protective, and you could rewind the video, but this person's energy is really, really like emphatic, like get out of this mode. It's not healthy for you, no matter what's causing it. And it definitely is. It definitely is, because I have Six of Cups here. Look at this. You have a lot of nostalgia tied to this Knight of Swords person who's coming through, who's crossed over. And for a small percentage of you, I feel this person may not have yet crossed over, but they could be in a mode where they're sort of in an in-between of here and the other side. But they're still communicating in this way with you, with this message. Meaning they would be in a state where they're not able to speak or talk, but their character, their energy is coming through with this message to speak to you. They're a mentor to you with the Hierophant here. They're leading you. You look up to this person, and they're presenting you with these flowers, and they're telling you, come on, don't you remember how it was? Don't you remember the good times? Don't you remember, like, you could make it. Like, don't let this stuff get you down. And you do have a choice with the Two of Wands here. This is a choice, and they want you to be strategic and planning about your life, because you do have the world in your hands. Maybe you've traveled a distance, or you're thinking of traveling a distance where you're away from your support system, you're away from friends and family. And if so, it's because you left, possibly because of losing this person, this Knight of Swords energy, and you felt nothing was left there for you anymore. So you walked away in order to handle it. So, you know, look for that Nine of Cups fulfillment, because you didn't feel like there was anything left there. If you left home, like that person was gone, and it might be painful for you to go back. Maybe their room is still in the house, and like you don't want to go there because, you know, it's like too painful of memories. And you're holding on to a lot of things. Pentacles are health, education, career, physical, material worlds, how we take care of ourselves. But when I see this, it's just, again, locking yourself up in a tower and holding on to things that you're afraid of losing. Yes, there's fear here. There's a lot of fears here. You need to, this is the veil between two worlds, and that is definitely what you need to tap into with this reading. The veil between two worlds with the High Priestess here. You really need to look within yourself, Leo, within yourself, and tap into not what you got yourself lost in on the outside that's making you isolate, but tap into really that intuitive sense and raise your vibration to look forward. It's always good to, you know, doing a lost loved one spread. We want to look back, right? Where we were made us who we are today. But if who you are today is stuck in hermit mode, being, you know, in an unhealthy environment where you're away from your support system, where you are resting and recovering to the point that it's not good for you, that you're not getting out of the house, that you're not seeing people, that you're isolating, then that's something that you need to pull yourself out of in a healthy way. So I feel anybody who this applies to that has left home, I see a homecoming and a celebration, and this is a decision that you're going to make for a homecoming celebration to finally return to where you left, to embrace the good memories, with this person, whoever they were, whoever they are to you, and they want you to get out of your funk and enjoy life again. And John Helen Psychic Tour Oracle deck is calling to me, so I'm going to listen. And I know why I listened, because I got the same card again. This is the same card. Foundation and Achievements. Four of Wands. This is the same card. So that's echoing to me. You have a homecoming celebration, whether it's within your heart or you're physically traveling. As I said, with this Two of Wands here, that maybe you left, maybe you moved away, now you're possibly traveling. But this Four of Wands is a homecoming celebration, and everything is going to come full circle for you, and it's going to pull you out of this funk, Leo, and it's going to return you to your roots, but in a good way. In a good way. Maybe this person was your support system of this Knight of Swords energy. And I don't think, I think with this Eight of Cups, you did what you thought and you left it. But I feel like now's the time you're returning to it. And things are coming full circle. Sometimes we need to heal those wounds, and we can't go back until then. But I feel this is the time that you're doing that. Maybe with the holidays coming up this year, whatever it is. But if this person does have a room that's still there, I would say go into it and have a nice conversation with them, because they love you very much. Namaste. I pray you find your way. I'll see you next time.